live stream again after not doing it at all yesterday, because yesterday I basically only have time to do the Animoji recording for the several unboxing video that I basically already record, so it's gonna be a lot of unboxing video perhaps, or not, because I think most of the video is still technically in the portrait orientation, so most likely it will not gonna be uploaded into YouTube, because I think YouTube is just not support portrait orientation for long videos. It's only dedicated for short video instead. And if I try to force it to be uploaded into the YouTube, it will be a little bit weird, because there will be a lot of black background in the right and left side of the videos, which is pretty annoying. So it is actually kind of like a compensation live stream for not doing it, even though obviously every weekend I never really do live stream, I guess, or it's actually used to be happen. I'm not sure, because this is actually an unintentional free time that I eventually had as well, because previously, if you talk about the daily free time that I basically can do, it's only able to create several unboxing videos to be integrated with Animoji. So that's the reason why after I finally able to complete all of the Animoji, I definitely try to continue with the live stream, because for some reason live stream is obviously a simpler content that I basically can do, because it's just immediately a stream into internet, even though without any cut. So it's sometimes I just a little bit worried, because I never really see those video again, because it's just pretty much wasting my time as well. So I'm not sure whether, so maybe that's the reason why not many people will definitely see my content as well, but it's only act as archiving purposes or historical purposes or even diary, that probably I will try to see it as a glimpse in the future, or maybe for other peoples that want to know about myself more. I'm not sure, but I don't know what kind of things that I basically want to talk, but I already tried to watch several that's pretty expensive, so until the next reveal of my income, I will not try to watch anything expensive again, perhaps. I'm not sure, because I definitely need to spare more money in order to save more money after wasting pretty much big money for the trip. So after that, after I finally able to save several, maybe the same amount of money like what I basically try to spend on the trip, I will try to save for the things that I basically wanted, even though I'm not sure, because basically the things that I basically wanted is definitely pretty expensive, and I don't know when will I finally able to bought it, even though it's technically able if I try to be patient, but for some reason I just don't know whether it will gonna be available, or it will gonna be, or is there gonna be an alternatives that will available in the future, because for some reason the cheapest things that I basically wanted to do in the past, when I basically haven't got any salary or income yet, so it's basically never really had an alternatives yet until now, or maybe it's already have an alternative, but I never really see it, because it's already sold as well, like just like what these perfect things that I considered perfect. But I don't know, maybe it's already the best for me to have the real one instead of these cheap things. So I just don't know. Or maybe I just cannot have something unique, or I have to do, or maybe I just have to bought the same things like many people try to bought. Even though, yeah, if you try to see what I basically try to do with my content, I think I never really see other people that try to do the same thing like me. Even though, yeah, basically, if there is other people try to do the same thing like me, it's definitely gonna be not. It's gonna be have the same fate as well. I'm not sure. So that's the reason why I cannot find it. Perhaps I'm not sure. So yeah, I just don't know. It's only 6 minutes, and I'm already pretty confused what kind of things that I basically want to talk about. But yeah, to be honest, free the daily free time that I was expected to create a lot of productive content, it's eventually not goes the way that I expected. Maybe because I'm still pretty busy to attend several meetings on my main job. So that's the reason why I'm just try to concentrate there first until it finally finish. So yeah, and then try to come back to make it like work-life balance kind of things. I don't know. Maybe try to balance the personal productivity and the main productivity, which obviously gonna produce real money as well. Unlike this personal productivity, which is sadly didn't produce anything yet except the things that basically make me satisfied for doing it. So yeah, I just don't know. I'm because yeah, this actually act as compensation. So I'm actually wanted to do it for quite a long time, at least for around 20 minutes perhaps. I'm not sure, but it's only running 7 minutes, and what kind of things that I basically want to explain and can technically waste a lot of time on this podcast or broadcast or even live stream. I don't know, whatever that is. So yeah, I basically already finally able to bought another storage devices to maybe to move some of the datas that I basically want to spare to increase the free storage of my main SSD on this old MacBook Air, the 2013, which is basically still pretty good, to be honest, as long as I can utilize the storage effectively so that it will not become annoying, even though yeah, it technically wastes half of its storage just for the boot camp that I never really installed yet. So yeah, even though I really wanted to install Windows on every Apple devices that I had, but especially the one that have a big storage, but yeah, for some reason it's still pretty hard to install on the latest operating system. I'm just not sure why. Maybe I'm actually trying to use an old Windows installation perhaps that is no longer supported. I'm not sure. So from the gaming perspective, I think I already finished the latest game that I tried to bought, which is the Need for Speed Unbound. So I tried to come back into the Grand Theft Auto Online again, even though at some point I'm still technically feel a little bit bored about this game, probably because yeah, there's not many things to do, and probably I'm actually wanted to buy another games that I basically never experienced yet, but yeah, I'm not sure because I definitely need to spare some space on the storage of my dream gadget as well, unless I was trying external SSD or the SSD that can be switched with the current SSD. Even though if I try to switch the secondary SSD on this stream gadget, I definitely will not able to play the Grand Theft Auto Online again until I finally switch back into the SSD. Or maybe if I wanted to move into the new SSD, which is gonna be take a while to remove those 100 GB of data. So yeah, what else? So I'm actually already tried to increase around 4 GB of this main Mac OS partition on this MacBook Air, even though yeah, I'm not sure whether it is already enough or not to process all of the long gaming videos that I already prepared for quite a long time, because yeah, some of them are the longest that I ever done, which is around 1 hour and 30 minutes if I'm not mistaken. And it's gonna be a while, because yeah, for some reason I used to able to process more than 1 hour gaming footage, but it will just need to be see all the time, because when the my MacBook Air is just coming to sleep, it's just making the caching process of the iMovie will not be delayed, probably because I don't know, maybe it just keep increasing its cache during the sleep. I'm not sure what is the maximum expect expectation, I guess. I'm not sure what kind of the correct word to define that kind of things. So yeah, even so, obviously there is still so many space on my 512 GB of flash drive, the SanDisk Ultra Fit Cruiser Ultra Fit. So, but yeah, I'm not sure whether I will try to copy so many data into there or not, because I'm just afraid it will gonna be the same like my SanDisk Ultra Fit Cruiser Ultra Fit 256 GB that's suddenly become read only until now, which I just don't know how to fix it except formatting the data, which is I never really wanted. So that's the reason why I'm just trying to keep it that way. Maybe because yeah, for some reason it's just technically pretty interesting as well to see some read-only storage devices, because yeah, it's never be deleted at all. It can only be copy. So yeah, obviously my OTG drive is also in decrease a lot of its storage when I basically didn't do or didn't process any videos and just try to add more and more videos. So I definitely need to process the unboxing video perhaps, because yeah, it's just much shorter, so it's definitely not gonna be waste a lot of storage on my MacBook Air due to the caching process of the iMovie. So yeah, and after that I probably will try to process the gaming footage, the shorter one that I basically tried to record during my vacation, but yeah, it was still in MKV format. So in order to be edited or processed by the iMovie, I need to convert it into the MP4 first, which is definitely gonna waste twice of its storage, the current storage that I basically use. So that's the reason why I think I will try to do the unboxing first and try to clean up those when it's already uploaded, and yeah, try to continue with those gaming footage, the unconverted gaming footage, and then maybe the bigger one, the bigger gaming footage, which hopefully during that time I already have a more free space on this MacBook Air, because it's already moved into another storage devices, including the one that I basically recently bought as well, which is the 320 gigabyte of hard drive. But yeah, since it was a very cheap hard drive, it's only around $2 that I tried to buy, even though it was actually commonly priced for around $10 for a second-hand laptop. Not the slim one, obviously, but the 2.5-inch hard drive, which is, yeah, it's just really cheap, especially with those storage capacity, because I used to bought the same exact hard drive, but in a much smaller storage capacity, which is only 30 gigabyte, I guess, which is usually used from old PlayStation 3 fat devices. So that's the reason why at the time that I see this hard drive, I just try to bought it immediately, even though, yeah, I'm not sure whether it will gonna be work or not, but thankfully it was work perfectly, even though I still have a little bit dub to store a lot of data into this hard drive, especially the one that I still think important. So yeah, probably I will try to store data that from the video that I already uploaded, perhaps, which is not gonna be useful for me, but I will not. I just don't want to delete it as well, because yeah, for some reason it's still technically the local storage that I currently had, without having to do without having to connect into the internet to see it. And yeah, for some reason we just don't know whether the YouTube will be available for several years ahead or not, even though it's most likely possible, because yeah, it's still technically the main platform for many businesses, personal, to upload their videos. And the player is also pretty light, perhaps. I'm not sure if we try to compare with other social media video platforms for shorter videos. But for the longer videos, it's definitely, there's no alternatives, because I used to see several other video platforms, but yeah, for some reason it's just much heavier, especially when it was not officially supported in Indonesia. So I definitely need to use a VPN or connect to the IP address of the website directly, in order to bypass the positive internet in Indonesia. So yeah, what kind of things that I basically wanted to talk about. So, I think I will try to stop this live stream, perhaps, because it's already 10 minutes and I need to answer several things on my main job of tasks through the chat, which definitely gonna be more convenient if I